So I'm going to be doing a Photoshop edit of someone who plays tennis, and we're going to make them look like they're playing tennis on the moon. This is just going to be a fun project, some way to get creative with your ideas and your Photoshopping. So let's get into it. So first I have my two images right here. This is the guy, Joy IMD, the holistic psychiatrist. Be sure to check him out, and let's get into the edit. So we got his picture right here, and I got a picture of the moon. So we want to get these crosses out. We'll get that out in a second. The first thing I want to do is select him. So I'm going to hit W on the keyboard, which brings up the selection tool, the quick selection tool, and we're going to hit select subject. This is a pretty good job, but you still need to define the edges. And fix any spots that it didn't quite get that good, like this shoe right here. So we got the wand on. It defaults to adding to the selection, but if you want to take away from the selection, you hold down Alt, and you can, but we don't want to do that on that foot right there. So we're gonna boop boop. And to scroll on the screen, you can scroll with your mouse scroller, and it goes up and down, but if you want it to go left and right, hold Control and scroll, and it'll go left and right. Let go of that, it'll go up and down. All right, that should help you be a little faster. So we're gonna hold Alt to subtract that out. I think that baggy's supposed to be there, that little thing. I think that's bagginess. Deselect there. Scrolling up, add to the selection right here. And since it's pixelated, kind of, like it's not high res, the selection doesn't have to be super perfect because it just won't be super perfect, but it will be good enough to get the point across. So now we want to make sure we select the tennis racket, subtract. Now if you hold Alt and your right clicker, if you go left, it makes your brush bigger and smaller. Up and down makes the hardness softer or harder. I like to keep it around half, or I like to keep it on the lower end. We're gonna make that tiny. Hold Alt to deselect, to subtract from selection. That should be good enough. Now we're gonna subtract from selection there. Especially since he's gonna be tiny too. He's not gonna be super big in the picture. Though I might make him big because I want him to be a main prominent subject. Though I might make him small and far in the distance. I don't know. But I would like to make it identifiable for him. Add to the selection. I forget how natural all of this has become for me. Very interesting. Subtract that green. There ain't no green on Mars. Alright, now we have a good selection. We're going to hit the select and mask button up here. And that's good. We might smooth it out just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And that should be good. Then we're going to hit this mask button so it's keep it non-destructive. So if we want to add to it or fix it, Wakanda. We'll fix that here in a second. We'll probably just mask that out and add our own lines. Because you want to make it look like it blends into the background. We may even just select it and put a colored blend on it. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is get rid of these crosses. That is easy peasy. We're going to hit the healing brush. We're going to select that. Select the object that we want to heal. Hold down Alt to see where we're going to draw from, and we're going to draw from there. So let's just see if we can hit it in one fell swoop. Yeah, that was nice. So just make the brush as big as the cross. See how this one's going to draw from where we held Alt last time? We want it to draw from somewhere near the area, like right near. Boom. Same right here. Get this area, make it a little bigger. Boom. Draw from that area, make it smaller. Boom. 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 Crosses are gone like King Kong. This one's gonna be a little different. We're gonna make it smaller. Select from here, and we're gonna paint that. Select from here, start from the top. No, start from here. And we paint that. Looks like we have one more. And we paint that. Now, there's no crosses except for right here and here. Make it big, make it big. That's what my body make big. Okay, now we got the crosses, they're all gone. Let's bring back our dude. We also want to put the earth in the background. We will after we get him right. Should we have him above? No, he needs to be over here. If that rock is that big, and that footprint is that big, we need to make his footprint similar to that, and if he's farther, make it similar to it too. So if he's right here, we need to make him smaller. I mean, we could just create our own perspective. I kind of like it when he's half up. If the Earth's going to be here, we want him somewhere to fill the space, you know. If the object's over here, we want an object over here to balance it out. But I mean, he's facing that way, so we're probably going to flip him. I don't know the shortcut for flipping, though I probably should learn it. Right click, layer, image, adjustment, edit, transform, horizontal. Boom. For some reason it looked right the other way. It just looks weird that way. I don't like it that way. We'll put him over here. I'm trying to figure out where to put him. Should we make him bigger? And where's the sun coming from? Cool. We got the lighting in the right spot. See how the light's on the left side? Shadows on the right? Same with him. You want to make sure lighting aligns. Now we got to blend them into the picture. Fun. We're going to use a layer curve. Adjustment layer curve. Put a clipping mask on it so it only affects him and not the background. We're going to hold down Alt, hit Auto. Find dark and light colors. Take this. Dark. Let's see what that did to him. So now the tones, he's got the same like tonal range that the image that we're trying to blend him into has. See how he's brighter? And he's got a similar tonal range. His highlights match that highlight and darknesses. Now we just got to take away his color. Let's use an adjustment layer too so that it's non-destructive. Black and white. Nice. So maybe we'll darken his curves just a wee bit. Brighten his lights just a wee bit. And let's put opacity on this. Take the opacity down so there's some color in it. Boom. My dude can live on the moon. Alright, so that's a good color. Put a tennis ball right here. And then the earth right here. Images. Save image. It's an actual picture of the earth. We could even make the earth his tennis ball. Now that's what we're going to do. I like that. Alright, so we're gonna add a drop shadow to him, and we're gonna add this shadow now. Drop that shadow. Alright. go to layer, layer style, drop shadow selected, create layer. Okay. So now the drop shadow is its own layer. We're going to hit Control T, and we're going to hold down Shift so we can warp it. Just playing with it real quick. See how those ones are stretched on those rocks? It's kind of what we're aiming for. Hold Shift. It could be here. It could be rolled up, tied up. That's good enough. Oh yes. So now we're gonna make this tennis racket. Hit W. Alright, that's good enough. How do we get those lines to stay though? We're just gonna paint them. Yeah, I'm gonna paint them. Hit brush. Make my shit a lot smaller. How did it get so big? I don't know. Make a hard edge. 1 pixel. Let's get that white, but not completely white, off-white. I think we can do a line actually. Nice. How do we control the opacity of it? All right, sir. That is the Moonbase tennis player. So cool. So excited to share this with him. Let's paint in this shadow down here actually. Click our shadow layer, hit brush, hit X, which switches, if you hit X, it switches the palettes. Zoom it up. Make the diameter, the hardness down. We want very low hardness. Bring up that opacity. Actually, let's take that opacity down. Take that hardness all the way down too. Opacity up to 50. The shadows on the rocks are hard and his shadow is pretty soft, so that's a little off, but you can't really tell. All right, cool.
Over the last year, I've been able to make a living doing what I love, which is making films, marketing, and graphic design. I've realized that there's probably tons of people who have dreams of taking their skills and passions and making a living with them, and that I want to help people do just that. But I knew the only way I would be able to do that is to teach and share knowledge that I have done before and stuff that I'm good at. So I thought, why not Photoshop, branding, and marketing? So I started getting to work on putting together a platform that could help take people who are interested in Photoshop and want to start making an income with their skills and help them do just that. Now, I'm going to be constantly putting out free content on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok, which is at Photosaku. So be sure to subscribe and follow these if you want to learn some cool Photoshop stuff. But if you're ready to take it to the next level and start making this your living, then check out my course.